Hello friends, welcome to LearnVern. Last time we saw how to handle dates in R, and today we are going to discuss the practical of how is date class function used. The date class is the inbuilt package in R environment that we call it as the base package. Now, when you are talking about a base package, there is no necessity for loading that into the R environment or the R console. So let us see how do we manipulate dates and how do we understand the dates in R. Let's say I have a variable d1 and I define it as a date system 2016 first month and 1st January. So when I press Ctrl Enter and I'll check the structure of d1, it will be character, but I don't want it as a character. If I want to do manipulations on this d1 and if I want to extract the month, if I want to extract the year, I cannot do as it is a character variable. Now for that we need to convert it into some date formats. So we have a date class inbuilt into our system. I'll say t1 equals to as dot date. I'll say as dot date and I'll say d1. I'll press Ctrl Enter and I'll check structure of t1. So it is giving me a date format with year 2016, 01 that is the month and 01 that is the day. Let's tweak it a bit. I'll say d2 equals to, I'll say I'm entering the month first, then day and then a year. I'll say Ctrl Enter and I'll say t2 equals to as dot date d2 and I'll check t2 now. So what it has displayed, it has given me 0001, 01 and 20. So it is considering 0001 as the year, 01 as the month and 20 as the day. So by default the format is year, month and a day. But what I have entered is a month, a day and a year. So how do we tell R that I have entered first month, then date and then year? So I'll say t2 equals to as dot date d2. So what's the format now? So I'll say format equals to, so what I have entered first, I have entered month, so I'll say percentage m, then I have a hyphen, I'll say percentage d, I have a hyphen, I'll say percentage capital Y. I'll press Ctrl Enter and now I will check what t2 is. So it is giving me correctly the year is 2016, second 01 is the month and 01 is the day. So you need to understand what the default format is. So this is one of the important point you always keep into mind while using as dot date. It is better you always mention the format of the character vector which is to be converted into a date. Now if I want to extract month, can I do that? Yes, of course. I'll say months and I'll say t2. So it is giving me January. So I am dealing with January. If I want to extract which weekday it is, so I'll say weekdays t2. It is telling me that it is Friday. So that is on 1st January 2016 it was Friday. Now if I want to extract a month from it, it is a bit difficult. I don't have a function, a base function to extract year from this. So I have a bit of a tricky thing to do that. I'll say format, I'll say t2. So what I want to format, I want to format my t2 date. Into what format I want the year, so I'll say percentage capital Y. So it is giving me 2016. So this is one of the important point, the format. Now one point also to keep in mind, if I check the structure of this format, I'll copy this. So it is a character. So if you want this also to be converted into a date, it should be converted again to as dot date and whatever format you have. Fine. Now one important point to keep in mind here is I have mentioned capital Y and not small y. So what happens if I mention the small y? Let's check it out. So it is giving me 16. So in 2016, 16 is the year and 20 is the century. So if you are in a 21st century, 20 will be its prefix and the 16th will be the year, right? So 16 is the year of the 21st century if I was in 1st January 2016. Fine. So this is what we are having dates. Now, one important catch here: when you are dealing with Excel and you have dates there, sometimes in Excel you have a numerical format of dates. You might see something 42008. This refers to some date, but as it is converted into a number in an Excel, it has to be converted into date back. There is a fundamentals of origin. Most of the packages, most of the programming language has origin of 1970 1st January, all right, but Excel has the origin of 1900 1st January. Now if I want to convert 42008 into a date format, I can do that also. I'll say as dot date. What I want to convert? I want to convert 42008. This is my some date, right? And what's the origin? I need to mention the origin. If I had converted, I have taken it from an Excel. In Excel it is 1900 01 01. I press Ctrl Enter and it will tell me it is 2015 first month and 6th date. So it is 6th January 2015. So these are the important things when you import Excel into our system, and if the dates are in the numeric format, you can convert by using s.date and mentioning the origin. If you have a character, so I've already shown you how is s.date function and the format, along with it can help us to convert into the date format. So this was all about the practical of how is date class function used. In the next session, we will see how POSIX CT, that is calendar time date function, can be handled in R.